What's up, Taiwan? I'm Eric Gao, bringing you the news from Taipei. Taiwan has started its largest annual military drills, Kuang. It simulates defending against a Chinese invasion. Jaime Ocon explains what we'll see during this year's drills.
The year is 2027, and as China ramps up its threats to take Taiwan by force, many believe an attack is imminent. This is the scenario behind this year's Kuang exercises, Taiwan's largest annual military drills, simulating how the country would defend against an all-out attack from China. While the drills have been carried out since the 1980s, this year's iteration is the longest ever, with the duration extended from 5 days to 10.
我的观察是，今年的汉光41号演习最重要的是象征台湾这个军事改革的顺利启动。因为这种 defense reform 最重要其实是一个组织文化。
The drills begin with simulating Chinese gray zone tactics, operations that put pressure on Taiwan but stop short of direct conflict. This includes Chinese Coast Guard ships and military aircraft coming close to the country's borders, as well as disinformation campaigns. These are all meant to put pressure on Taiwan and sow internal division. Taiwan's responding by mobilizing a record 22,000 reservists to practice handling the variety of threats Taiwan might face from China's military, or the PLA.
I think that might be China's overall grand strategy, where tear Taiwan apart from the inside and let PLA come in to finish the job. But tearing Taiwan apart from the inside in and by itself is not going to cause Taiwan to surrender to China. The PLA still has to come in.
That's why the second stage of Kuang simulates what would happen if those tactics suddenly escalate and turn into an all-out war, with Taiwan conducting coastal defense drills. While Taiwan has practiced how to stop an invasion for decades, many exercises, even apart from Kuang, have been criticized for being too scripted, as many soldiers already know how the drills will play out beforehand.
I hear from people when I criticize these types of exercises of cramming everybody shoulder to shoulder for a nice photo op, and they say that's not how we really do it. But another truism in warfare is you practice like you play, you fight like you train. And so if all you've ever been doing, or most of what you've been doing, is training soldiers to just lay there in a static position with a well-known target on a beach so you get a good picture, that's instinctively what they're going to do.
The last component of Kuang focuses on an attack further inland, as well as civilian operations. On one of the last days of the drill, the capital of Taipei will undergo a citywide air raid drill, with civilians taking cover and escorted into designated safe zones.
But I would say that if we are in full alert, if people are ready, then we don't need to do all these drills. I think this is our current mission, to know or to introduce to our general public that modern warfare is different from what we have known before.
As Taiwan gets ready for 10 days of war games, the military says that the ultimate goal is not a show of force, but more about seeing what Taiwan is lacking to deter a possible conflict in the Taiwan Strait. Andy Xue and Jaime Ocon for TaiwanPlus.
Taiwan's Mainland Affairs Council has blasted China's decision to blacklist 8 Taiwanese entities, saying Beijing is weaponizing commerce. These entities are key players in Taiwan's aerospace, shipbuilding, and defense sectors. China's Commerce Ministry has halted all exports to them, with Beijing's Taiwan Affairs Office accusing them of promoting secessionism. Experts here in Taiwan say the move will not have much impact, as these entities have little connection to China. The Defense Ministry here has also weighed in, saying China's move actually aligns with Taiwan's goal of phasing out reliance on the so-called red supply chain. Firefighters are demanding reforms after a fatal accident during a rescue mission on Tuesday. But despite a heated protest outside the cabinet offices, officials don't look ready to re-examine the system. John Van Trieste reports.
A trembling firefighter struggles to staple in addition to this banner listing fallen comrades and the places they died. The latest name is Wu Anshuo, age 37. Date of death, Tuesday. The place, a river near Taipei, where his boat flipped while he was trying to rescue a drowning person. In just a few hours, a second firefighter who was with him will also die, their name to be added another time. Here outside the cabinet building, firefighters want not just answers, but change. Ignoring the steady rainfall, they remember Wu. And they say that after years of protesting issues like workplace safety and training, it's time for officials to listen. Their first demand, firefighters should get the same protections most workers enjoy. As public servants, they're not covered by the Occupational Safety and Health Act. And they say this makes an already risky job more dangerous.
它包含的不只是我们就在现场安全管理，我们整个作业环境的认知、装备器材的应用统一化，以及我们人员是否有好好的接受现代化、科学化、符合现代时代潮流的训练制度。
Demand 2, firefighters' training and skills should determine where they're sent. They say Wu Enshuo was highly qualified, and he still died on duty. How much more dangerous would his mission have been for someone without his water rescue experience?
这里面有些人像恩硕一样是高级救护员，他在紧急救护的案件中可以给予患者非常高品质的处置，而有些是擅长火灾，再加上城市高空、水域、山难，甚至是车祸等等不同救援的专业。可是这些各领域的人命救援专家，常常因为混编，不是常常是。 所有人都因为混编，而常常被放在错误的救援位置。
They say Wu himself spent much of his time campaigning for exactly these kinds of reforms, especially since 2023, when a factory explosion killed 4 firefighters. Besides giving their demands, they want the government to explain why their safety concerns remain unresolved 2 years on. A cabinet official, flanked by police, has this to say.
针对于昨日新店发生这样的一个不幸事件，我们感到非常的难过跟遗憾。
A glitchy mic cuts her off, but in any case, grief has now turned into anger, and she's soon being shouted down.
什么难过啦？难过有什么用？我们要改革哎！
Suddenly, there's shoving with the police. As the now broken microphone splutters away, there are shouts for Premier Zhou Rongtai, or someone with decision-making power, to come out. But it's a stalemate. And soon, as order returns, the rain-soaked firefighters are left to their thoughts and to comfort one another. Justin Wu and John Van Trieste for TaiwanPlus.
It's just been revealed that a 3-year-old rescue dog named Wilson died last month from an accidental fall during a training session. The Hualien County Fire Department said Wednesday that Wilson fell 3 stories from an open sliding door leading to a safety net connecting 2 buildings. The person responsible for his care has been removed from the job. Wilson had been publicly praised for his first rescue mission after last year's April 3rd earthquake that struck eastern Taiwan. The fire department says they plan to set up a memorial.
第一时间我们林犬有先帮他做CPR 急救，然后但是那时候也是没有反应，然后赶快送医。 但是到医院之后也是就宣告不治这样，请宠物礼仪，然后他是建议用水花的方式来处理这样。那之后我们会做一个我们搜救犬的纪念碑。
The fire department has 2 rescue dogs on duty and will look for a replacement for Wilson. And thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. Grab our app to get access to all our news programs and other shows on the go. Finally, we take you to the UK's Tate Modern for a look at textile art and paintings by an Australian Aboriginal artist. I'm Eric Gao. Take care. We'll see you next time.
I'm Tiffany Wong in Kuala Lumpur, and you're watching Taiwan Plus.